Hey everyone, welcome back to Infomesser. Today in this lesson, we're going to be learning about 3 keywords that you'll use in basically every SQL query that you ever write. Select, from, and limit. And I also want to show you distinct because it's going to be a very useful thing to know, especially when you're working with big data sets. By the end of this video, you'll be able to explore a table confidently without feeling overwhelmed. So let's begin. In this lesson today, we're going to be working with a table called healthcare_data, and it has columns like name, age, gender, hospital. And let me give you a quick pro tip. So in this table, as you can see, there are spaces in the columns. Generally, when you're working with SQL, you're going to be seeing columns with underscore instead of spaces. So when there are spaces in the columns, you're going to wrap the column names with backticks. So backtick looks like this. Just like that. And let's say we want to use medical condition, this column. So you're just going to simply type out the column name and backtip. And so what this does, it avoids confusing MySQL by telling it that this is a column name. And then it registers as that when you're writing your queries. All right, now we're going to talk about the select statement. When you're using select is basically your way of telling the database what you want to see. And before we write out any query, I want to first do a preview of the table. So select star from. And so what this does, before I enter it, what this does is that it's going to show all the rows and columns from the specified table that we're using. And our table's name is called, as we know, healthcare_data. And I'm just going to run this right here. This lightning bolt is what you want to click. And there we go. This is our table. And as you can see, there's a bunch of rows, bunch of records over here. And there's about 55,500 records in this table alone. So when there's a lot of rows that you're working with, and let's say you're working with a data set with 1,000,000 rows, which in a lot of cases you probably will be at a work setting, you're going to want to put limit. And what limit does, it only shows you the number of rows that you want to see. And by saying limit 10, it's telling MySQL that we just want to see the first 10 rows of this table. And let's run this. Right over here, there we go. That's the first 10 rows. Let's say that we just want to do name, age, and gender of this table. We're going to type it out like this. So erase the star, and I like to space it out just so it looks more clean. And now we're going to type the column names. It comes before from. So name, age, gender, and always add a semicolon at the end of your query, and then run. And just like that, it's going to return the first 3 columns, those columns that you identified right here from this table. Now, a lot of beginners, including me when I first started, we always started off with select star, which means all of the columns. But select star is great for a first look, but when you're building real queries, it's better to select only the columns that you need, and it keeps things readable and faster. So when you're previewing your dataset, it's totally fine to do select star. In fact, that's what I recommend doing, but then also put the limit in there. Limit 100, limit 1000. It also helps fetch out the results faster too, because if you're working with a data set with 1,000,000 rows, and let's say you typed in select star without the limit, it's going to take a while to load. All right, real quick, let's talk about from. So from over here, this tells MySQL where the data lives. And when you're not using from, it means that you're not pulling from a table. So the general pattern that you'll constantly see in SQL is select these columns from this table. Let's write another query using select, from, and limit. Let's say we want to add another column to it. So actually, I'm just going to take this right here. It'll save us some time. And let's do medical condition. Remember, we're going to use a backtick. Medical condition, and always highlight too. Highlight this, run it, and then there you go. You have medical condition added here, and then the from, limit, and select. Let's talk about limit a little bit more. So again, as I mentioned previously, limit is going to be your absolute best friend when you're working with a big data set. And without limit, you might pull a bunch of rows and drown in output. So I use limit constantly to iterate quickly. And a common workflow kind of looks like this. Start with limit 10 and then increase if you need more. Let me show you another hack with limit. So in MySQL, limit can take two numbers, offset and row count. What offset means is how many rows to skip first. And let me show you a query where it skips the first 10 rows and then returns the next 10. So we'll go over here, select name, age, hospital, from healthcare, underscore data, our table name, limit 10. And now you're gonna offset 10, semicolon. So again, what this does, it's gonna take the first 10 rows, it's gonna skip those 10 rows when you write offset, and then it's gonna show rows 11 through 20. So let's run this and see what we get. Just like that, you're skipping the first 10 rows by writing offset. And if you wanna skip more rows, you can do, let's say you wanna skip 100 rows. Select this, and now you've skipped 100 rows. And you could tell because the names are changing over here, it's skipping the rows. And this is gonna be great when you're scrolling through a data set in pages. And here's one note, if you do not specify an order, the database is not promising a consistent row order. When you later learn order by, which I'll go through in one of my future videos, you will pair it with limit to make results more predictable. Now let's talk about distinct. And distinct is how you remove duplicates and see unique values. This is going to be huge when you're trying to understand what categories exist in a column. And you're going to be using this a lot. So let's start off with hospitals first. So we're going to come over here, select. Actually, let me show you without the distinct first, so you kind of get an idea what it might look like without the distinct. So let's type in select hospital from healthcare underscore data over here. And we're just going to run this even without the limit. And what you see is a bunch of hospital names, and there's probably a bunch of duplicates too. So now let's add distinct in here. This is going to clean it a lot more. There we go, just like that. Let's say your boss is coming up to you and asking you what hospitals appear in our table. You're going to use this list over here because it doesn't have duplicates. Now let's try that with a different column name, insurance providers. So let's just take this over here and then remember we're going to use the backtick. So insurance provider. There we go. And now we're going to get a nice list of all the insurance providers in our data set. Let's do one more. How about medical condition? So we're going to come here, paste it again, and remove this. Column name, medical condition. There we go. Run this. And these are all the medical conditions in our table. So now I'm going to show you an example of me using distinct with two columns. Let's use hospital and insurance provider. Let's take this and type in hospital, comma, insurance provider. Run this. There we go. These are all the different hospitals that we have in our data set and then their corresponding insurance provider. This is a great way to discover relationships in the data without doing anything advanced. All right, everyone, now let's try something a little fun. So think about everything that you learned in this video with select, from, distinct, and limit. And I want you to pause the video and try to answer these three questions out. So take your time, try to understand what the question is really asking, and then answer it by writing out a SQL query. Let's see if you get them all right. We'll work on them one by one. Let's try to understand the first question. So it's asking you to pull the name, hospital, and doctor for the first 15 rows. So what we're gonna do, select name, hospital, doctor from our table name, and now since it says ask for 15 rows, you're going to do limit. So limit 15 semicolon. Run that, and this will answer question 1. Now question 2 is asking you to show 25 rows for all columns. And if you remember all columns, you can select that by simply doing select star from, and then limit 25. Let's run that. And this will answer question 2. Moving on to question 3. So it's asking you to list the unique genders in the table. And whenever you see unique, you know that you're going to use distinct. So let's write this out. Select distinct gender from healthcare data. And then just like that, you're going to run it. Boom, there you go, male and female. So today you learned all the core patterns. Select chooses the columns, from chooses the table, limit keeps your results a lot more manageable, and then distinct helps you discover what values exist without using duplicates. And as always, I'm going to be taking all the queries from this video and I'm going to be putting it on my GitHub page where you can learn from and actually even use in your own data sets. So thank you for tuning in, and I hope this video was really helpful. In the next lesson, we're going to be using the where clause, which will help you filter your data. And again, my name is Sharif. This is Infomesser. I'll see you in the next video.